Hi, sus, and welcome to Vasilis Garden. Folks, we're out at Eden Park because a while ago we gave out some beautiful tomato seeds, and Bill here has planted some. How are you, my friend?
All right, Vasily. Nice to have you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us. Now, I just mentioned that we gave you some seeds a few months ago, a particular tomato seed. And you walked in and you grabbed a handful of these seeds. Now, they're a particular variety because they grow over a kilo on average each. And we were concerned that we were going to lose this strain. It's an heirloom variety. Now, you've been able to grow some of these quite successfully.
Yes,
Yep, impressive. So we're going to have a look around at those tomatoes later on. But before we go there, tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been up here at Eden Park?
We've been up here about 50 years.
50 years?
Yeah.
Yeah? Fantastic.
My daughter was about 45 years, probably closer to it.
Yep.
My daughter was only a baby when we came up here.
So what's the size of the property you're on?
We're on a 10-acre property here. It's a bit of a nuisance at times, but it's only what you make use of and what you can do with it.
Well, fair enough.
And,
so you've been gardening here for the last 45 years, obviously?
So it's about, you could say 40 years at least.
Yeah.
By the time we got the house built and had time to do a bit.
That's it.
But nothing happened till the last few years.
Yeah, it's all succeeding now.
Closer and closer, and now I've got it.
You got it worked out.
Yeah,
So it's taken you, what, 30, 35 years to get it right, you reckon? Okay.
Yeah,
well, I mean, you know,
that's with the help of your team and everybody like that.
You're welcome, you're welcome. And it's all about, you know, persistence and practice and listening to the earth, seeing what's going on, and you're going to show us some of the successes you have achieved of lately. Let's sit back, relax, enjoy the show, because we're going to take a tour, have a look at some of these tomatoes. Now, what are they called again?
Big malacas.
What did you say? You got cages for your trees?
Yes.
Why?
Birds.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a big... Well, wait a second. These are dwarf.
Dwarf ones, yeah.
So why is the cage so big? So you can get in?
They will grow to about that high.
Oh, okay. And you want the headspace anyway?
I want the headspace.
Now, what's going on here? It's broken.
One of the little friendly wombats, they're blind as a bat. They're worse than me. One night, he's gone through here, bang.
Straight through?
Straight through, look.
Jeez, how strong are the critters?
Oh, look, even a fence over there, they'll just go bang, hit it, lift the wires up and keep going.
Any success with the nectarines this year?
No, not
really.
No,
bad year for it?
Bad year.
What about leaf curl? Do you have that problem?
Not this year.
Okay.
I've been doing what you said, what I call it bluestone and the
hydrated lime.
Hydrated lime.
You spray onto your trees as a preventative, but you need to spray to the point of runoff. So what it controls is leaf curl, the blistering of the leaves on the tree itself, and it actually can affect the fruit as well, which causes early fruit drop. Now, tea bags is another one that's excellent. So you can put your used tea bags around the base.
And throw around the base. You'll see them all around that one over there later. I usually boil up about 8 litres of tea.
Okay.
In the watering can and throw it all over the tree.
All over the tree. So tea bags or tea solution.
There must be the tannin in the tea or something like that.
Yep. So you spray that out or water it over the tree and onto the soil. So that controls the spores, the leaf curl spores.
Stops it coming up through the ground again.
Yeah, because the spores do hibernate during the winter periods on the tree and in the soil. And by spraying it and controlling it that way, you have very little leaf curl in springtime, which means you get better fruit production. It's a new season, folks, and your veggies will be finishing, and it'll be time to let the garden bed rest. And just before you plant out your new season's crop, it's time to compost it again. And that's right, and no better way to compost it than using Hal's compost, biochar enriched compost. Now, it's a sea greens based compost. It's got pine bark, cow manure, sea greens extract and charcoal, which is important for the soil because it sweetens the soil, it stops it from compacting, it helps them draw up all the wonderful micronutrients that they need that are essential for the plant's healthy growth. Now, we've also got the potty mix version here. Now, this is also based on the sea greens with the extra charcoal added to it, and it's a fantastic product because sometimes you find potty mixes can compact or leach out too much nutrients, and this is what it doesn't do. Because of the added charcoal, it actually sweetens the soil. Now, I'm going to use this window planter box to put some baby combo lettuce. Simply position each seedling equally across the pot in a diagonal formation, just like so, before you start planting them in. Now you might be saying, wow, there's too many lettuce in this little planter box. Well, they're baby lettuce and it's continuous picking. So you start harvesting one at a time. Pick the biggest one, harvest that. A couple of days later, go out and harvest the next one. And remember folks, next time you decide to plant out your veggie garden or flowering bed, use Hal's Biochar Enhanced Potting Mix or Hal's Biochar with compost. 100% naturally sustainable. Now don't forget to use some sea salt to water this into your garden bed to help them establish strong, healthy roots. Baresi.
If you like Vasilis Garden, then you'll love the summer edition of Vasilis Garden to Kitchen magazine. Available at all good news agencies. Subscribe now at Vasilis Garden.
So many people are saying they've got carpal tunnel. They've got huge problems with their wrists and their fingers. All these tendons are jammed up inside this little tunnel called the carpal tunnel. There are nerves in there as well, and when they get trapped, the pain can be extraordinary. So what we need to do to start with, simply go side to side, very slowly, and forward and back. The next one you want to do is to just rotate the shoulders. And again, we want to get some flexibility. The other is to stretch the hand, like putting a stop sign up and really stretching out, and that's stretching those tendons in the carpal tunnel. Do both sides. And the next one is to bring your hands together and get a nice stretch. Then just get your hand on the fingers, hold the arm nice and straight and give it a stretch, and then do some rotations. Now you do that every day, folks, every day. But then what we need to do is we need to get some gauze, just ordinary gauze that you can purchase. We need to be able to get some castor oil, and with the castor oil, we want to be able to just put a little bit on the gauze, like so, and then you want to be able to put that over the carpal tunnel area. So just lay it over and then put some Glad wrap over the top to seal it all in. Now you go to bed and through the night, that castor oil will work as a topical anti-inflammatory. It'll penetrate down into that carpal tunnel and it'll start getting things nicely lubricated for you. So folks, until next time, find happiness in every moment.
Have a look at these.
You need a hand in there?
No, I'll be right, mate. Thanks, mate. Oh, look at that.
They're right.
Yeah, you know what? Sharing is caring, you know. Well, caring is sharing. Like a bit of a wombat, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
What variety are these apples?
I don't know. I wouldn't have a clue. I think they're an old variety. Yeah, I'll just try one myself, actually.
There's no words that can describe the flavours.
That's pretty strong flavour in that one.
How old are the trees?
5 years,
Yeah?
6 years, yeah.
Now, do you have to do anything specific with these? Do you have any problems with codling moth?
No,
Because of
no
the cage?
protection for them, nothing.
Nothing at all.
Don't spray them.
Just pick and enjoy.
Yep, that's right.
So 5 years ago you planted these apples.
Yep.
You never had an apple tree before that in your life?
No,
No? Just
No.
stuck them in the ground and there you go.
and they've taken off.
Yeah, good on you. So nothing different in the soil yet? We haven't spoken about the conditioning of the soil?
That is a different thing. I put a lot of foul manure down deep in the
Yep,
soil.
Yep.
Cover the foul manure up so far with good soil. Then I put the tree on top of that
Yep.
and put it back with good soil around it.
Around it again.
And they go down into the
Foul manure and they get that and that's when they start bursting
they
out.
go,
Yep.
yeah.
And see you later. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying here. Thank you very much.
It's the first apple I've had off that tree.
Because your granddaughter has.
You've got to be quicker than the others.
Wombats aren't that fast anyway.
You're right there.
Fortunately, most of us don't have this problem, and that is wildlife coming in attacking your garden. Well, then again, let me take that back. Possums. Do you have a problem with possums?
No.
No. Well, this would be the equivalent to it of what a possum could do in the residential area in the backyard. They come and strip trees down, roses, fruit trees, ornamental trees, anything they can eat, basically, they eat everything. And you've got a similar problem going on here because this apple tree is unprotected. And have a look at it. So this hasn't got the cage on it, and hence why the damage is so severe.
That's right. If you haven't got any protection, you've got no hope.
Yeah.
The kangaroos can reach right up here,
Yep.
as high as you can go,
Yep.
and they just get it and they pull it down, they'll snap it off here somewhere.
Yep. Oh well. So what are you going to do with these trees?
I just let them go, trim them as much as I can, and try and work them back into something.
How about putting a cage over them? That sounds like a good idea.
Well, I have to put some sort of barrier around them.
Yeah. So they just need that little bit of a helping hand.
A bit of fertiliser, a
Yeah.
bit of good trim.
Bit of
and
foul
water,
manure. Yeah.
and air, and
Bit of fresh, good garden soil. Maybe
Yeah.
some power feed and sea soil. Do you ever use that stuff?
I love the power
Power feed
and sea soil. I've got
As a
some
matter
there.
of fact, I've got some here for you too.
Oh,
Yeah,
terrific.
there
Thanks
you
very
go.
much.
Yeah. Don't worry. So you put some of that sea soil around the base of them. That'll stimulate strong root development and get a bit more growth out of the top, eh?
Yep, that'd be
Alright.
great.
It'd be a good idea to start using them in your bathtubs too there, mate. They're looking a little bit worse.
They're not going to get used. I'm going backwards with those
I could see that.
because I let them go because they're not wiki pots.
What do you got growing in them?
Grass.
The best way to look after your plants is with Vasilis Easy Hand Spray. Order your sprayer now, available only at vasilisgarden.com.
There is so much variety available in the plant kingdom when choosing a healthy option because as we all know, eating fresh is always better for you. But my biggest dilemma is, as always, choosing what to eat because I just love everything. Now today I've got a combination of ingredients that will tickle your taste buds and look after your health at the same time. First, I'm adding half a pear, which promotes colon health and is a great source of antioxidants. Pears also contain vitamin C, and foods that are rich in vitamin C are especially beneficial to consume throughout the winter months to help keep your immune system strong and prevent infection. Next, I'm adding 50 grams of chopped pineapple. This is a superfood and it contains nutrients that work by detoxifying the body and stimulate kidney function. Pineapples also fight and soothe intestinal disorders and help to break up blood clots. I also have 1 kiwi fruit, which improves digestion by helping your body absorb protein and clear out toxins from your colon. And last but not least, a handful of beetroot leaves and 2 tablespoons of fresh blackberries.
To get the most out of your fruit and veggies, use a Kuvings Whole Slow Cold Press Juicer. It squeezes and extracts the juice of fruits and vegetables, maintaining all nutrients to help keep you going and feeling great.
Pour the juice into a glass and then stir through half a cup of coconut water and a pinch of ground black pepper. Coconut water is a great source of hydration and black pepper can help treat nasal congestion and asthma. Wow, this is so powerful and it tastes amazing. For more great recipes just like this, visit our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. Enjoy and see you next time.
So how long have you been practicing wicking beds?
This will be the 2nd year.
So you've plugged these ones up
So
now?
it's all plugged up, the water can't get out.
You got no overflow valve anywhere?
Yeah, in the bottom, in the other end there.
Yeah, there's a section where...
Yeah, 6 inches high,
Yep.
and you just fill it up till it overflows. Yeah.
Reclaiming it and repurposing it, and that's the perfect way to create a wicking bed. You don't have to build it, you don't have to line it, it won't lose any water, and you've got your Aggie pipe at the bottom of this with your upright pipe there connected to it.
You just lift this off.
Yep. Now let's have a look inside. Now, I can say it's got the water in there.
Yeah.
Now, because the Aggie pipe's laid at the base of it, a little bit of rock.
Scoria over the top of the Aggie
pipe, and then you got your geotech material.
I just use weed
mat.
mat.
That's it.
With what's that? Shade cloth over the top
Yep,
of that.
perfect. Stops the soil from going through.
Yep.
Water penetrates through. You've connected this to your Aggie pipe, but can I say that you don't really need to connect it? As long as you've got the pipe going down to the bottom where the rock is, the reservoir, you can fill it up and water will find its way through the Aggie pipe anyway.
Right.
So that's quite safe in that way. As long as you've got an overflow valve, water will find its way out when it needs to.
That's right.
It reaches that level.
If we get a downpour of rain,
Yep.
it won't flood the bath.
Exactly, so it'll pour
just
out of
keep
there.
going out.
Yeah, as long as the hole's big enough for it to drain quick enough. All right, tell me about the soil here. Now, this soil here, oh, look at that. That is beautiful.
But you won't get better soil anywhere than
Except for my place, hey? Careful what you say there. Eh? Now, tell me about your soil. What do you do? How do you make this soil?
Well, what I do is I get about 2 bags of, doesn't
Yeah.
have to be good soil,
Yeah.
average potting mix will
Yep,
do it. And
yep.
about a 2-gallon bucket
Yeah.
with foul manure. Then mix it all in with the soil, then you put a bag of mushroom compost on
On top of that.
Then I put cow manure
On top of that.
on top of that again.
Okay. Anything will grow in this, mate.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's it. And then over time you mix that through and it breaks down. And this is just beautiful soil. Look how friable that is. And with all this, you're not even watering this and it's still moist.
That's right. That's the water coming up from
Yeah.
the bottom.
That's beautiful. And that's the trick about wicking beds. It doesn't dry out and you get the water from the bottom. And as the roots grow, they'll drink the water they need and leave the rest for later.
And
Beautiful.
I get about 4 tins of dynamic lifter.
On top of that.
The 8 millimetre mil tins. Just
sprinkle that over the
spread
top.
all that and dig it all in because there's not much after you leave it for a few weeks.
And I reckon this is the same recipe you've done to grow those big giant tomatoes over there.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why they're like Jack and the Beanstalk, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are huge.
Heaps of dolomite, heaps of gypsum, because the gypsum breaks it up and makes it nice and fluffy.
Yep.
And it takes about a month to all break down, month to 6 weeks,
Yep.
breaks down nicely.
And
You
then-
can use it then, but the longer you leave it, the better it gets.
Yeah, it looks like it. I want to plant my feet in there at the moment, mate. Grow another one of me.
You go
I need
that-
a couple of me.
You grow another metre, yeah.
What do you say to that?
Healthy Habit Smoothies book is now available at all QBD bookstores or online at vasilisgarden.com.
We are talking about tomatoes that are about 3 metres in height. Now this one's come down a little bit in height.
It's come down a couple of metres, about a metre.
It's dropped in, yeah, because of all the tomato weight it has on it. Now, well, let's pick the smallest one here, just to show everybody. This is probably the smallest ripe one you've got.
Yeah,
Yeah. These are the seeds you collected, or we gave you.
that's right.
These are the seeds, yeah.
That's the ones I'd give to the chooks.
Why? Because they're not good enough.
That's not a tomato.
It's not a tomato. These are tomatoes here. Now, this is what we're talking about.
Now, that's
Have a
where
look
we
at that.
start off.
That's the normal sort of average size, and they get
Yeah.
bigger from there on.
Yep. The main ingredients is the lucerne on top.
The lucerne on top as well.
Dig it down.
Yep.
Just keep digging it over.
To keep it nice and aerated.
Once it's all rotted down,
Wow.
it comes out.
Look
beautiful.
how high these are.
I thought they'd get up to about 8 feet tall,
But they haven't stopped growing, have they?
but this one here, I had to put another metre on top of it again. It's
Yeah.
still not tall enough.
Hey, look at that. And that's still stretching out there. You're not going to even take the tops off, are you? You just
No.
got to let them go.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
I mean,
Look for the golden egg, you reckon?
you've got to get up a step ladder to get to it.
So what do you do for protection besides the netting and all that? Have you sprayed these at all?
No, nothing sprayed.
Nothing at all? Nice and clean?
Yeah.
You obviously haven't trimmed them either.
No.
just-
I have trimmed some of the laterals out.
Yeah, just a few?
Probably about 20 laterals.
Okay.
Um,
And what have you done with those? Just tossed them out?
put them in a pot.
You propagated the laterals.
Yeah.
Can we just show a lateral here for everybody who don't know what we're talking
can
about?
find one.
Can you find one? Here. This is a lateral. Hasn't really grown yet. Here's a little one here. It's got a lot of leaf on it. That's a lateral, but normally
Yeah.
it'd be a little bit longer than that.
Well,
Yep.
that's about all you'd need. Oh, a little bit longer than
bit
that.
longer than that.
About
So,
4 inches long.
What would you do with that? Straight into the ground.
Straight into a good pot
What?
with
Soil?
soil in it.
Yeah.
Good soil. Put it down there and a little cover over it, glass house.
There you go.
Top.
And that's
In a
your
week's
second.
time, take it off. And
There you
right.
go. So if you only had 2 seeds and one of them died and the other one germinated and you're worried about the plant not surviving, you've got laterals growing, you can cut the laterals off and propagate them.
Yep.
And you'll get your second and third plant as many laterals as you like. And the proof is right there, folks. Have a look at these monsters. Now, these are all cuttings, basically. The laterals that came out there, you planted 4 of them and you got 4 big giant plants and they are loaded. Now, we were looking at one earlier. Unfortunately, the tomato fell off. Hasn't ripened quite right. But you're okay with me taking this home because I'm going to pickle it.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to make a nice pickled jar of tomatoes with this. And this one here, well,
That's edible, that one.
that's for the chooks, you reckon?
That's what I give. Yeah, they're what I give to the chooks.
These are tomatoes to be reckoned with, folks. If you want to try and grow some tomatoes in your garden, get yourself some.
Big malakas.
There you go. Because they're going to be guaranteed to give you at least half a kilo to a kilo each. And each year they get bigger and bigger once they acclimatise. Now, have you ever grown eggplants before?
No, I've never. I've seen them. That's all I know
That's all
about
you've done.
eggplants. Yeah.
What about cooking them?
Don't even know how to cook them.
I'm just going to have to take them from you because they're going to go to waste, aren't they?
Oh yeah, that one will go to waste.
You're kidding me. I'm joking.
I know it won't go to waste with you, though. All right.
There's an eggplant. There you go. So, seriously, you don't know how to cook these?
No.
Well, I'll cook up a big feast, give you a call. Oh, look at that. Hey, the little fella's up there. We'll do a nice big moussaka for you. Come down and have a big lunch with us.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, eh?
Yeah.
We've got the best moussaka in town, you know that. Morning, sunshine. Now we're looking at a lemon tree here, which is struggling a little bit now because you haven't watered it or didn't water it for some period of time.
I let it go for too long.
Yeah, and you rehydrated it and it's come back to life. Now, the problems that occur with citrus, as other trees as well, have their own insect and disease attack. We need to spray trees, and we mentioned it earlier that when we do apply a spray, it's got to be to the point of runoff.
Yeah.
Yep, and for everybody at home who've never sprayed the tree, or if you have sprayed a tree, we want to demonstrate and show you exactly what we mean by spraying a tree to the point of runoff. Now, the best spray to use is your easy hand spray. That's this one here with a double nozzle. Now, you've got one here set up. This is what you use for everybody at home to have a look at. They're the swivel nozzles up and down like that. So you can regulate the direction and the distance, so you can adjust the spray, fine mist or a long stream. Have a look at that. And that there, you can regulate how much or little spray you want to release. You can see the whole entire tree, that is leaf, branch and even fruit, is completely covered. Now what we're using in here is eco oil. It's nice and safe, it won't harm your fruit or tree, and it's safe for the environment as it is for the predator insects that we want to save in our garden. But what you can also apply as a foliar spray is both these two products here. And for you, the Power Feed and Sea Salt.
Thank you very much.
Spray them on as a foliar spray on the tree, as well as watering into the root system. So do this once a fortnight, and this is weekly. So folks, if you need to spray your trees, whether they're trees or small plants or even veggies in your garden, make sure you're using easy hand spray, and always use a natural product like Sea Salt, Power Feed and Eco Oil to look after and protect your garden. From me, Vasily, Mares.